Johnny Somali. I think he should be put in jail, and I think the key should be thrown away. Blind Man Travels here. If you don't know about me, I am a travel-related content creator. I have had the privilege of traveling to Europe 4 times, been to Japan twice, went to Singapore once. So I do have some traveling credentials under my belt. So I do have some insights in regards to Johnny Somali. So let's go ahead though and let me go over some of the things that he is guilty of. And I'm just going to bring this up on my phone here, and I'll just read it from my phone. First of all, Johnny Somali, and I'm not going to try and say his given name or legal name because it is, I'm not going to try and mispronounce it. But he was born in September of 2000, so he's a pretty young guy. He's only about 24 now. So he's an American live streamer and a self-proclaimed internet troll, known for provocative and hostile behavior while traveling abroad. So he's been banned from Twitch, and then he got banned on Kick, and then he got banned on YouTube, and so far the only platform that he has any kind of content on is Rumble. So obviously I'm not going to link to anything because I do not want to share any of his content out. But I will show you some of the things that he has done. But first of all, he's been to, he makes a habit of going to countries that are high trust societies. So he's been to Japan, Thailand, and Israel, and currently he is in South Korea. So during his travels in Japan, he made anti-Japanese taunts towards locals where he was discussing controversial subjects like the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and threatened to bomb Japan with nuclear weapons on a train. He was assaulted and called racial slurs by locals who recognized him in public after his live streams. He was confronted by an American for his behavior, where he stated that he was a troll. He went to Tokyo Disney and played music with lyrics containing the phrase atomic bomb and recorded reactions without their permission. Now, remember, in Japan, the photography laws are different. Number one, it is the Disney resort, so it is private property. But regardless of that, Japan public photography laws are way different than they are in Western countries. So you really can't record people without their permission in public. And he went to a hotel construction site in Osaka where he yelled Fukushima at the construction workers, and he was kicked off the construction site and was arrested on suspicion of trespassing. He's been deported from the country, so he cannot return to Japan for 10 years. And then he went on to Thailand, where he did more behavior. He went to Israel, where he got involved in altercations with local Israeli and Arab people there. So he went to South Korea, and he kissed and performed a lap dance on a Statue of Peace. So if you don't know anything about the Statue of Peace, it's a memorial to the Korean comfort women. And the Korean comfort women, it's a controversial thing between both Korea and Japan. So the comfort women did provide services of an adult nature to Japanese men in the military, because from, I want to say, 1819 till 1945, at the end of the war, Korea was an overseas holding of the Empire of Japan. So it's still a controversial issue between the countries. He also played the speeches by Kim Jong Un, and was ejected from a bus after playing the North Korean national anthem, which is considered a crime in South Korea, because it's sending or distributing propaganda for the North Korean government. Regardless whether obviously he is not a specifically proponent of the North Korean government. He's just a troll. He's just doing it for reaction, for behavior, because he had people that were watching his streams. And in October, workers at a 7-Eleven, and I'll show you footage of this, workers at a 7-Eleven stopped him from drinking alcohol. The thing to remember is that convenience stores both in Japan and Korea, as well as Taiwan, a lot of them do have tables where you can sit down. So you can buy food and drinks, and you can consume them on premise. Obviously, the exception to that being alcoholic beverages. So that's a no-no on the premises. And then he had ramen noodles, which he purposely poured it onto the table in the dining area. So let's go ahead. I'll cut to that footage right now.
Jack Frost with a zesty Edgar. Get your ass on me like Victor from Despicable Me to using the upside down. What are you talking about? When you got a urine stain in your shirt, when you might take piss out of your nipple. Get your
Sorry, I'm black. I'm not gonna drink nothing.
여기서 드시면 안 돼요.
I don't drink. Here, sure. No drink. No. Look here. 이거. I eat the ramen.
그리고
아줌마, I go. Okay, I shut up. I'm gonna eat the ramen.
Right to say you should never have kids. Your father was right. Your father was right.
Oh. The fuck? What are you talking about?
안 된다고요. 소주 안 된다고.
Shut up, bitch.
폴리스?
Call the police, stupid ass bitch.
폴리스 불러요, 형님.
Stupid ass. I didn't even drink here. Are you dumb? Why are you talking to me, you stupid ass, bald ass bitch? You monkey asshole. Shut up, bitch. I did not drink it, you stupid bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you, Chinese ass bitch. Fuck you.
So you see, that was obviously, that doesn't show Americans or travelers in a good light for the Korean people. He also was. He also had Koreans that assaulted him in public too. And in October, he was taken into police custody and disobeyed orders from the police. And it made it pretty high because members of the Korean parliament discussed his presence in the country. during a parliamentary session October 30th. And in November, he was barred from leaving the country. South Korean officials revoked his passport, so he cannot leave the country. So the last I've seen, I don't see where he was arrested again, but obviously this is behavior that is not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. And I will say this, I'm an American. I have a passport. Right there, the American Eagle's kind of smudged off of it by now because I've used it a lot. But I have an American passport, and I consider that a privilege. Part of being able to travel is being open and experiencing the culture that you're going sometimes halfway around the planet to see. So it is something that is very important to be mindful of, is obviously trying to be on your best behavior when you travel because you want to represent yourself and your country in the best light. It's just like if you get invited to someone else's house, you always want to be polite and respectful to the owner. It's the same type of principle when you're traveling abroad. You always want to put yourself in the best light that you can because you don't know what's going to happen the next time that there are others traveling in your country. So obviously this does make it look bad for other people that are legitimately and sincerely interested and going to another country and learning about it. In fact, I saw this sign that's being put up in Japan, and it actually looks kind of like Johnny Somali. So that's something to ponder as well. That being said, I do think, again, that traveling is a privilege that needs to be appreciated because not every generation in human history had the ability to just get on an airplane and fly halfway around the planet. During my grandparents' time, during the 1930s and 40s, it was very difficult to travel halfway around the planet. So we are very lucky and blessed in a way to be born in the era that we are in during a time of, regardless whatever geopolitical tensions there are in the world right now, we are lucky to be living in an era of global stability, and because of that, we should be grateful and respectful to others when we do travel overseas. Part of that traveling is learning about the cultures that we are going to and appreciating what we can learn from them. Again, I've not been to all the countries like Thailand, and I haven't been to Korea yet, although they're both on my short list. But I do have some experience traveling, and I do have some experience now as a travel content creator. So I do know that there's a good way to go about creating content for travel related purposes, and there's definitely a bad way about that. So, that being said, I'm just going to leave it like that. If this is your first time finding my channel, I am legally blind. I do create travel related content from the standpoint of a person who is disabled, or in my case, legally blind. And I am currently working on a challenge where I travel to 12 metropolitan cities within 12 months. So I'm spending a month in each city. So far I have been to Los Angeles, Albuquerque, Houston, and now I'm in New Orleans, which is my 4th city. So obviously, if you like the kind of content that I am putting out there, go ahead and hit the subscribe, and also press the bell button for notifications, because it does help the channel grow and it is free. More travels coming soon. To see the video where I discuss my 12 metro and 12-month challenge, click right there. To see another video of me traveling in Japan, click right there. I'm not sure where it's going to be because I am blind.